we are, guys. The gameplay trailer for Battlefield 2042. I know I expressed my concerns in the last video, but here we go. Holy shit, there was so much in that alone.
Troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sector.
There is so many people on the battlefield. Holy shit, that is cool.
Not far enough. Do not let them regroup.
Everybody's in various vehicles and we got enemy fire. There goes the grappling hook. I don't remember what class that was. Holy shit, look how many people are out there. Flying around in the plane. Drop that tank! Hell yeah! He got somebody else. Yeah, they leaned into that chaos. Shoot him! Oh, I don't know if he was a teammate or not. Holy shit. That is vehicles on fire flying through the fucking air. There goes the crazy weather. People are getting that. How's that parachuter guy up there got sucked into that? There it is. Okay, so that's how you change your attachments on the fly. So you're not just finding it around in game. That is so sick. They did the thing. They did it from the other trailer. Holy shit. All right, so now I want to see somebody jump out of a fucking plane, shoot a rocket launcher and land in another plane. Or land back in their plane, I don't know. These maps are so sick. There goes the squirrel suit. There is so much happening. Whoa, so everything's getting sucked up into the tornado. And there were other bad weather stuff. I can't even think right now. Holy shit. Ever-changing, fight on the ever-changing battlefield. So the weather the bad weather and storms and all that stuff just moves everybody across the battlefield. And I wonder what the spaceship has to do with anything though, in terms of gameplay. Jesus Christ, holy shit. Battlefield 2042. God damn, there was a lot. Prepare to see more July 22nd, 2021. So we're going to be receiving more, possibly more gameplay footage. I'm not really sure if it would be anything else. I'm very excited to see whatever that is. I do know that this game is coming out 3 days after my birthday. So October 23rd. 2021, this game will be releasing, and I am excited for it. All right, I kind of want to scrub through this. So much was happening. So first off, yes, this video was captured. They captured this live with the full, or captured live in game with up to 128 players. So I guess here and there was around 128 players, and maybe that went up and down some throughout their gameplay showing this, but they showed so much. Look at all these people parachuting, and I guess from the first trailer, it just, and based off what I read on paper, like, you know, in these articles about what we knew with the game, like, I couldn't wrap my head around how this game would play out outside of it basically being battle royale, because that's all we've been getting lately in terms of first-person shooters is battle royales and whatever the hell. But oh my god, like they definitely leaned into the chaos, like I was saying earlier, and that dynamic weather. What's amazing about that, because I didn't even think about that, is it keeps players moving. So there's not going to be a lot of, or I don't know how often these storms and the dynamic or crazy weather is going to take place, but it keeps players, you have to worry about that. It keeps things changing on the battlefield. Now everybody's running in one direction and getting swept up in the storm. It's so wild. So I'm bad at explaining myself, and I was very excited. But the point that I was trying to make about this, you know, the bad weather, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, or whatever else is in the sandstorms, whatever else is coming to this game, is this is a very smart way to manage you know, potentially 128 players. There's going to be a lot of people on the battlefield. This is a way to control that 128 players so that it's not a situation in which, you know, we have all of these players on the battlefield, we have these gigantic maps, and all that's happening is that everybody's spread out, and it doesn't feel like, you know, there's 128 players on this map and all this stuff is happening. Instead, everybody's just spread out and kind of doing their own thing, and not much is happening. And this is a way to keep people moving and a way of controlling, you know, up to 128 players. And I think it's a very cool way to do it. And I love all these aerial shots and all that stuff. And I love that. Oh my God, there was so much happening. The grappling hook, I forget what class that was. They did not skip on any expense in terms of making online multiplayer a lot of fun. I did say that, you know, if you're gonna just have if you're only going to give us and I love that, the dropping vehicles while everybody's just rushing around it. And we read that in order to operate these vehicles or have these vehicles be more efficient, you're going to need the more players in a single vehicle, the better. You need one person shooting, one person driving, all that stuff. But oh my God, I'm trying to get collected again. Where was that? There was a scene where there was a vehicle just like flying through the air. That's really cool. But there was one was shot and on fire, and it was flying through the air. There it is. It just looks like there's gonna be absolute chaos in the battlefield. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. They did not skip out on any expense to make sure that multiplayer was fantastic. So my concern was, is the game going to be worth it at $60 if since there was no I didn't necessarily care about Battle Royale, because I'm not really for it. To me, it's been done to death. But there was no campaign. There was no single player campaign. And who knows, maybe that's a thing that can come later. But this looks good. This looks very, very good. I like what I see. And this is when I did not know how to wrap my head around this at all. I did somewhat say, like, is it going to be that? What's happening here is that he is able to change his attachments on the fly. You can see here that you can change your scope on the fly. You can change your suppressor, or to not have a suppressor, your magazine and your grip, and all that. And I guess that it's so cool. So what my concern was, is it that you have an inventory, which I guess this sort of is. Maybe I was sort of right. Come on, you can give that to me. Is that do you have an inventory before you go into a game? Or is it that you find the attachments around the map as if it were a Battle Royale type game or whatever? And I was like, if it goes down that route of finding it across the map, what I'm hearing is just the same type of stuff you hear with any other first person shooter game. And but it's not that at all. It is not that. An explosive on the quad. He jumped off and just detonated it while that helicopter was there. The only thing we didn't see was in the last trailer, somebody jumping out of their plane and then shooting a rocket launcher at another plane and then hopping back in their plane, which I imagine even if you could do is very hard to do. So who knows? But but I like what I see. I like what I see, guys. I like what I see. The maps look incredible. They're huge. Again, this game supports up to 128 players if you're playing on next gen or PC. I will be playing on PC as I do not have any next gen console. You can see their weapon loadout down here. And then that was that squirrel suit, because see, I had a hard time even imagining that, because I was like, when are you going to exactly see the squirrel suit? When are you going to see these people using that squirrel suit? Is it just going to be when you're, jumping into when you first enter a game mode, when you first start a match, is everybody just jumping in like a Battle Royale? But no, looks like you're gonna be, there's vehicles everywhere. You might wind up with a vehicle, and because you are able to call in a vehicle, and you're gonna need to jump out of your helicopter at some point before it blows up, or it looks like there's grappling hooks and shit. You may be able to get up on one of these gigantic towers on this map. I can't wait to see how these storms affect all of us while we're on the battlefield once this game comes out. and I will be all over this game because this looks good. This looks good. I haven't really been into a first-person shooter in a while because, like, I get sort of into. I have my moments, but for the most part, a lot of these first-person shooters are all the same. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to battle royale and stuff like that, does that man have horns? Like, it's been done to death, and I'm over it. I don't know what's going on with there. It looks like he has horns or something, maybe some type of equipment. But that's crazy to see, like, the plane get sucked into the tornado like that. And there are other, bad. I keep forgetting what to call it. Look at how everybody's swept up in this tornado, and I guess they just die. What happens? You better move. You see these two parachuters up here running for their fucking lives, and they are about to crash. They barely made that. And oh man, I'm super pumped for this game. I do know that my one concern still was that I think that there is going to be some live service type stuff. So there is going to be a battle pass. There's going to be seasons. There's going to be DLC basically that you can or microtransactions. So there's going to be DLC that's going to be non-paid and stuff that you are going to have to pay for. But I'm not really sure how much. It looks like I'm not sure how much you're going to need. What weapon was that? Like, I'm curious as to if everybody can get by just fine without having to pay for any DLC. And based off what I'm seeing, that might be the case, but we shall see when the game comes out. Either way, it looks very exciting, and possibly the best first-person shooter type game for a while. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that when I post this video, I go back and wish I would have said, or things that I probably missed, but the bottom line is I'm pumped. I'm very excited for this game. I'm very happy with what I see. I'm very happy to see that they did. Oh, you know what? I just noticed that tornado is fucking up their ability to even see the map. And so does your inventory. You can't even see anything on that. So you may lose your HUD every time a tornado or that bad weather takes place, and that leads to other interesting ways of battling on the battlefield. And I almost forgot to comment on this. You can see people, all them little dots down there in the plane, excuse me, fleeing the gigantic sandstorm, the incoming sandstorm that's coming. I'm currently scrubbing through to see if I can find like any little detail that I may have missed, because when I'm super excited like that, I just, it's over my head. One thing I am curious about is that there is 128 players, or potentially, up to 128 players on the battlefield. And as you can see on the bottom left-hand corner by the map, there are 4 players there showing beside that map, and I'm curious as to why. So I imagine that there's a massive team deathmatch, split evenly possibly. So I guess not. This may be a different game mode where there's a squad of 4. The squads of 4, and clearly they lost some people, and Adrian down there needs a medic. So I imagine that's what that is. I'm not entirely sure. And this looks like a lot of fun. You're going to be zip lining from rooftop to rooftop. And this animation is really cool. As you get closer to the sandstorm, your character starts to like shield his eyes, or her eyes, and and your map gets completely scrambled and you lose your HUD, as I mentioned before. And there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to the gameplay trailer, Battlefield 2042. And as you can tell, I am very pumped. I'm very excited for this game. I do hold on to some concern though, as I said before, and that is the microtransactions and the battle pass system. And that is mostly due to the fact that this is EA that we're talking about. This would not be the first time that they took an amazing title, a game that developers poured their blood, sweat, love, and tears into, and then EA swooped in and then loaded it up with microtransactions and basically butchered the title, or made it so that gamers weren't having a great experience with that game. So hopefully they learn from that, and that's not going to be an issue here. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one, or see you on the battlefield. Take care.